Before we begin, this story is based on real experiences shared with me directly. Some details have been changed to protect privacy. While this content may discuss sensitive topics, it's ultimately about empowerment and healing. Always prioritize your mental health and safety. The night he proposed, the air smelled like jasmine and salt water. We were on our favorite beach, the one where we'd had our first date 2 years ago. Daniel had set up lanterns in the sand, their soft glow making the waves sparkle. When he dropped to one knee, his hands shook, just like mine did when he slid that emerald-cut diamond onto my finger. "Marry me, Ava," he said, voice cracking. "I can't imagine a life without you." I'd never been so sure of anything. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Looking back, maybe I should have noticed the way his smile didn't quite reach his eyes when I hugged him, or how he checked his phone too quickly after, muttering about a work emergency. But love makes you blind, doesn't it? Our relationship had been a whirlwind. He'd swept me off my feet from day one, showing up with coffee after my night shifts, remembering my mom's birthday when even I forgot. My friends joked he was too perfect, and I'd laugh, smug, until that stranger ruined everything. 3 days after the proposal, we were at a cafe, giddy over wedding plans, when I caught her staring. A woman in a gray sweater, her gaze locked on Daniel like she'd seen a ghost. When I nudged him, he stiffened. "Probably just recognizes me from the gym," he said, too fast. But gyms don't make people cry. And as she hurried out, I swear I saw tears. That night, I dreamt of her, woke up sweating, my ring heavy on my finger. Daniel slept soundly beside me, his phone glowing with a notification. And that's when I saw the name. Lena. "Kids are asking for you. It's been a week." My stomach dropped. "Kids?" Daniel stirred and I shoved the phone under his pillow, my heart hammering. He kissed my forehead, murmuring, "Love you, Ava." And for the first time I wondered, who else has he said that to? A week after the proposal, I was helping Daniel pack up his apartment. He was moving in with me, our first big step toward the wedding. As I lifted a box labeled Misk, something rattled inside. Not books or cables, a phone, an old phone. Curiosity got the best of me. I tapped the screen, no password, and there it was. A text thread with a woman named Lena. "The kids miss you. When are you coming home?" My hands went numb. "Kids? Home?" I scrolled up. Dozens of messages. Photos of a little boy and girl at a park. A selfie of Daniel kissing a blonde woman on the cheek. Dates going back months. The room spun. Daniel walked in, smiling, until he saw the phone in my hand. His face paled. "Ava, I can explain." "Who's Lena?" My voice didn't even sound like mine. He grabbed the phone. "She's just my cousin. Her husband's deployed, so I help with the kids sometimes." Plausible. But his jaw was tight. His fingers drummed against his leg, his tell when he lied. I forced a smile. "Oh, that's sweet of you." That night, I Googled Lena. Nothing. Checked his social media. No tags, no mentions. But my gut screamed, something's wrong. The next morning, while Daniel showered, I opened his laptop. His email was logged in. A search for Lena pulled up a shipping confirmation. A necklace sent to an address 40 minutes away. I wrote it down, drove there after work, and then I saw him. Daniel laughing on a porch swing, arm around a blonde woman. A little girl hugged his legs. "Daddy's home!" she squealed. The world stopped. I sat in my car, shaking, as he carried the girl inside like he'd done it 1,000 times. Because he had, and I was the one who never knew. I couldn't move. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. Daddy's home. Those 2 words shattered everything. I took out my phone and snapped pictures, proof I wasn't losing my mind. Daniel, holding that little girl, the woman, Lena, leaning into him like he was hers, because he was. I drove away before they saw me, my mind racing. How long had this been going on? Were they married? Did he have a whole life here? That night, I played the perfect fiancé, smiled when he kissed me, nodded when he said he had a business trip coming up. But inside, I was ice. The next day, I called in sick to work and went back to that neighborhood. I needed answers. I parked down the street and watched the house, a minivan in the driveway, toys scattered across the lawn, a home. A neighbor walked by, walking her dog. I rolled down my window. "Excuse me, do you know how long the family in that house has lived here?" She smiled. "Oh, the Millers? About 5 years, I think. Sweet kids. The little girl just turned 6. 5 years. My stomach twisted. Daniel and I had only been together for 2, which meant he was with her first. I dug deeper. Public records showed a marriage license. Daniel and Lena Miller. 3 years before he even met me. I found her Facebook. Private, but her profile picture was the 4 of them. Daniel, Lena, and their 2 kids, smiling in matching Christmas pajamas. I wanted to scream, to throw up, to break something. But more than anything, I needed to hear it from her. So I sent her a message. "Hi, Lena. I think we need to talk." I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them. Daniel's other family, the life he'd been hiding. My phone buzzed at 6 a.m. Lena had replied. "Who is this?" My fingers trembled as I typed back. "I'm Daniel's fiancé, or at least, I thought I was." The typing bubbles appeared, disappeared, reappeared. Finally, "Meet me, today, 10 a.m., coffee shop on 5th and Maple." She was already there when I arrived, blonde hair pulled into a messy ponytail, dark circles under her eyes. Up close, she looked exhausted, not angry, not cruel, just tired. I slid into the booth across from her. "So, you're his wife." She let out a bitter laugh. "Yeah, for 7 years. 7. My chest tightened. "But apparently," she continued, "that didn't stop him from proposing to you." I pushed my phone across the table. Photos of Daniel and me in Paris, the ring, our apartment lease. Lena's face crumpled. "Oh my God." Then she did something I didn't expect. She reached into her purse and pulled out another phone, scrolled, then turned it toward me. A text thread with a woman named Rachel. "Can't wait for our trip next week. Love you. Sent last month." Lena's voice was hollow. "I found this in his gym bag 3 weeks ago. That's when I realized we weren't the only ones." The room tilted. "There's more?" She nodded. "I hired a PI. There's a Rachel in Chicago, a Priya in Boston, all with the same story. Whirlwind romance, promises, then business trips that never added up." I felt sick. "He's been doing this for years." Lena's eyes filled with tears. "The worst part? The kids aren't even his. He married me when I was pregnant, said he'd raise them as his own. Turns out he just wanted a cover." I sat there stunned. This wasn't just cheating, this was a con, and we were all just pieces in his game. Lena and I talked for hours, compared dates, lies, even the same gifts he'd given us. By the end, one thing was clear. Daniel wasn't just a liar. He was a predator. And we were done letting him win. For the first time in weeks, I woke up with a plan. Lena and I met again, this time with Rachel and Priya on a group call. Hearing their stories made my blood boil. Daniel had used the same lines, the same fake business trips, even the same damn jewelry store for all our engagement rings. We pooled our evidence, texts, receipts, photos, even security footage of him with each of us on the same day, in different cities. Lena's PI friend helped us track his secret bank accounts, where he'd been funneling money from all of us. Then we struck. Phase 1, the trap. I texted Daniel, all sweetness. "Can we have a romantic night in? I'll cook your favorite." When he walked in, grinning like nothing was wrong, The screen behind me lit up with a Zoom call. Lena, Rachel, and Priya, their faces staring straight at him. His smile died. Phase 2, the confession. Lena spoke first. "Tell the truth, Daniel, or we take everything to the police. Fraud, bigamy, emotional abuse, your choice." He crumpled like a paper bag, begged, cried, said he never meant to hurt anyone. Funny how cheaters always say that after they're caught. Phase 3, the fallout. We didn't stay quiet. Lena filed for divorce. Rachel reported him to his corporate job. Turns out those business trips were vacations with Priya. And me? I posted everything on social media, not for drama, but to warn other women. The post went viral. Comments poured in. "He tried to match with me last month. This guy messaged my sister." Then the final blow. 1 year later, a news alert popped up on my phone. Local man arrested in multi-state romance scam. There was Daniel in handcuffs, looking nothing like the charming man who'd proposed on the beach. I screenshot it and sent it to our group chat. Lena replied first, "Karma's a queen." Today, Lena and I meet for coffee every Sunday. Her kids call me Aunt Ava. Rachel started a podcast exposing dating scams. Priya, she's happily engaged to someone who passed a background check. As for me, I kept the ring. Not to wear, but to remind myself that even the prettiest lies eventually shatter. And that's the real happy ending.